So everyone's been talking about Jared Kushner as he unveils this master plan at the Board of Peace meeting. And a few days ago, we actually did release a video that dug deeper into his background. So I'm going to play a little bit of that here. And if you can, just respond. Do you think all of these things here are coincidence? Or is there something more going on with Jared Kushner? Share in the comments. Why are many talking about Jared Kushner? Well, I'm sure you've seen him pop up a lot lately, and admittedly, he is an interesting guy. In Trump's first term, it was Jared Kushner who came out of nowhere and started to broker Middle East peace deals. It was Kushner who developed the Abraham Accords deal. It was Kushner who helped to set up the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem exactly 70 years on its anniversary. It was Kushner who just recently, even though he holds no official White House position, instituted a major Israel deal between nations this term. And it was Kushner who advised this administration on what could happen if Gaza was vacated and then rebuilt. And now we see he is making plans to turn Gaza into an AI-driven smart city with his Project Sunrise plan. And ironically, Kushner knew the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, since he was a child. It's just interesting how he now is in the mix of all of this, and people are noticing that all of these things are just happening rapidly. They're scratching their heads, and when you look further into Kushner, many are also finding it interesting that it was also Kushner who made history with one of the largest real estate purchases when he acquired the 666 building as his company's office. And of course, what a coincidence there, 666, right? Of course, that would just have to be one of the largest purchases in the United States, the 666 building by Jared Kushner. And then you have people making the point that his name translates into 666 with Hebrew gematria. And then, some say, well, even his height is 6'3", 6'3". So you have all of these coincidences with the number 666. You have all of these negotiations with Israel. So you already know people are going to say that this is sounding like something out of a Left Behind End Times movie. Some even jokingly say that he reminds them of the kid from The Omen, all grown up. No comment on that. And so, the internet is going crazy, and that's why there is video after video being made about him. In fact, if you even go to his personal Instagram page, well, look at these comments. And these comments, they don't hold back. They were just calling him this. And, most people would turn off the comments at this point. But it's almost like Kushner is just bold with it. He doesn't care. When people see figures like Jared Kushner making moves like this, and they see all of the coincidences with 666, and oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. The amount that he purchased the 666 building for was 1.8 billion, 600 million times 3. Just another coincidence, right? And there's so many of them. And so when people see this, it's easy to immediately say, oh yeah, that's the AC. He's got to be the AC. But we have to remember something very important. Revelation chapter 13 shows that there will be 3 end times figures on the scene, not just the AC. The Antichrist king, the false prophet, there will be an evil trinity. Now, I wouldn't expect Satan to literally show up and appear as a dragon. No. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Satan tries to figure out a way to disguise himself as a human. The scripture says that a time is coming when there will be peace and security, but then after that, destruction will come. What's interesting about Jared Kushner, though, is something that many have been bringing to our attention: the meaning of Kushner's name. You see, one thing about the Bible is that The name of an individual is often linked to their purpose and identity. We see that with Jesus, Yeshua. Yeshua means salvation. Jesus came, brought salvation. The name Emmanuel is also linked to Christ, and that name means God with us. Abraham, that's a name that means father of many nations. So one's name is very important. And let's look at what the name of Kouchner, Jared, means. Kouchner, many have mentioned that his name in the Hebrew refers to descend or descent. Many have also noted that scholars sometimes connect that to the fallen angels when they descend to the earth, which is interesting. Also, few have noted that the name Jared appears in the Bible in 3 separate books, and in each book he's referred to as being the 6th generation. And so that's interesting that, many have pointed that out. People are saying, well, they're connecting him with this whole 6th thing again, right? In Genesis 5, he's shown to be the 6th, and then the Chronicles the 6th, and Luke the 6th of Adam. So they're saying that's some type of an interesting pattern. And I'm just sharing these things because these are things that people have been talking about in the comments. I want to present them to you. People have said that Jared, the generation of Jared, is when the Watchers or the fallen angels came to the earth, right? And that seems to be the truth. We see that right after Jared's generation, that's when there's this story of the angelic beings coming down and interfering with humanity and creating the Nephilim giants, right? And that was during the Jared generation. And so many are saying that there's some type of a type with the name Jared and descent and fallen, and also with fallen angels, right? Now, this is just interesting things, and someone posted this, and I did find it interesting. Check it out.
Jared Kouchner wants to build AI hubs, cloud storage, and digital ID systems in Gaza, while a bunch of billionaires have backed him, calling it the future. But I'm telling you, this feels a lot less like business and a lot more like Bible. They're talking about creating a tax-free digital zone. It would be a smart city powered by artificial intelligence and global data. When you centralize data, identity, and control in one system, it sounds like the infrastructure of the beast. Revelation 13 says a system will rise who controls who can buy or sell. What people don't realize is that it doesn't start with a mark, it starts with a network. Digital ID, global databases, AI systems, it's all connecting right now, piece by piece. This isn't conspiracy. It's prophecy. The world is being prepared for a false kingdom. While they build their Tower of Babel out of code and silicone, the true king still sits on his throne. So stay awake, stay faithful, because the beast is building, but so is God.